Hey, welcome back to my video. So today I'm going to be trying 2 different clay masks, and so I have the one that I had to mix together, and this one was the Aztec clay, but I only had a little bit of it because this is all that I have left. It's just this little bit, so hopefully it's enough to go on one side of my head. And then the other one is the Creme of Nature clay mask. And with this one, I only have a little bit left. It's all the way down there at the bottom. So prayerfully, once again, it's gonna be enough to go on half of my head. So I just want to compare the two. Straight off the bat, the obvious comparison is this one you have to make yourself. So you have to have a non-metal bowl or spoon, well, bowl and spoon, and then you need the clay, and then you need apple cider vinegar. I hear that you can make it with water, but I think that it's most potent and it's better with apple cider vinegar. So that's the way I like to make mine, and I like to make it like a little thick so I know I mean, like I said, it's not a whole lot in here, but I like to make mine pretty thick. So I like it to be thick so I know that it's actually coating my hair. So you have to do all of that with the Aztec clay. With the Creme of Nature clay, it comes already in here. You don't have to do anything at all. It's just boom, right there. And this one smells better too. So that's an added benefit. So that's 2 for this. But I mean, the packaging is fine. I don't mind doing the extra steps if it's better. So that's what we're gonna see today. So I'm going to put on my gloves, because the one thing about the Aztec clay, well, both of them actually, is that they both can be quite messy. So I'm going to take this ponytail holder out. Now, I guess another thing for the Creme of Nature side, you don't really need water with it, so your hair doesn't have to be wet. It actually wants you to do it on dry hair. Whereas with the Aztec, I see sometimes it will be too much and I need to spray my hair with water to like really get it in there, to get it to penetrate and really like spread it a little more. So that's a difference as well. And if you hear my little, hey, we're all quarantined, she's right here. So, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna pin this first part up. And since the Creme of Nature is less messy, I'm gonna start with that one. Why didn't I use a glove on this hand too? I don't know. I just need to put both gloves on so that I can really get up in here on the fingers. So this one is extremely moisturizing. Like, you can just feel how moisturizing it is. Like, it doesn't necessarily have slip, but because your hair is so moisturized, it just allows your fingers to kind of like glide through your hair. It feels really nice. And once again, with this one, you don't need extra water. You don't need to add anything to it. It's just straight out the container, the jar. So I'm gonna go throughout this whole section and add a little more. And another benefit of doing this with gloves is so your nails don't break your hair. It helps to slide your fingers through your hair. So I do like to do this sometimes with gloves. If I don't have gloves, I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, but also it won't get in your nails because like I said, both of these are very messy. This one is easier to get out, but I mean, it's still a clay mask at the end of the day, so you still have to put in like a little bit of effort, but yeah. So I'm gonna go through and put this all on this side, and then I'll be back to do. Now this side is all done, and it was literally just enough for me to do this whole side. So I'm thankful for that, but now that leads me to believe that I may not have enough for this side, but we'll see. But I washed my gloves off, so they're clean. And now I'm gonna start on this side with the Aztec clay. So, I forgot about this hole. So, like I said, sometimes you have to get it a little wet first. So I'm just gonna wet this a tiny bit, just a little bit, just so it can have that advantage that the moisture from the Creme of Nature has, hopefully. So, and this one is really messy, so get ready. And with this one, you can like instantly feel the difference. Like it's not as moisturizing right off the bat, like right now. And it's a lot more clay-like. Like you can feel the grittiness of the clay, which doesn't necessarily make or break it, but you can instantly feel the difference though. And see the difference between the two already. So when it does this, and I probably should have brought a towel, so make sure you have a towel or a t-shirt with you, or whatever you use to dry your hair or catch the moisture from doing your hair. So this side is not as easy to finger detangle, which is, once again, it's just a difference. It's just me stating the differences between them. So I'm adding quite a bit more water just to try to get my fingers through everything. I'm going to do this side with quite a bit more water so it can start off being pretty wet. And I'm gonna go in. So once again, I'm gonna finish the rest of this part off camera and then come back to show you what they both look like. So I've let both sides sit for probably like 15, maybe 20 minutes. And so I'm gonna show you what both sides look like. There are differences, but it's also because I feel like this side is a true clay and this one has other stuff in it that helps it be moisturizing, but I'll show you and you be the judge. My curls are popping. And then this is the clay side. But this side is hard now. So now I'm going to wash out both sides and we'll see what it looks like. So I'm back. Once again, this was the Creme of Nature side. This was the Aztec side. So we already see differences. So I didn't do anything different with either one of these. Like I said, this one was just the Creme of Nature side and I just rinsed both sides out. The two clear differences that I can see is this side is elongated and This side is not. And then this side, my curls are popping. Now I didn't get it all out, and that's one thing about both of these. It is hard to get the clay out, especially if you don't have somebody to say, hey, did I get all in here? So I always go back and do a shampoo. I don't use a clarifying shampoo because that would be too much because of all of what we just did, but I do like to shampoo just to make sure I got it all out. But the curls over here are just popping, and this is with no product. There's no leave-in, there's nothing in here, just, you know, what God gave me. And then over here is also what the Lord blessed me with. However, my curls aren't as defined, and this side, like this side feels clarified. Like if you were to use a clarifying shampoo, this side feels super clarified, not stripping or anything. On this side, my hair is still left wanting something. It still has a desire for something. Now, is this a really, really, really close second? Of course, because if you don't have this, or if you don't feel like going through all the steps of using the Aztec clay, I get it. Then, I mean, this is really simple and easy, and it does work. It just, when you put the two close together, because I had never done this before until now. And I used to love this one. I used to love the Creme of Nature one because I'm like, okay, my curls are popping, and it had been such a long time since I used the Aztec, but because I had both today and only a little amount, I'm able to see the true difference. And now I see, like, I personally would love to use the Aztec clay all the time because this one is just, like, we can see the clear difference. Just doing this so that my hair can dry a little bit, but they're both pretty much equally messy. I would say the Aztec clay is a little more messy than the Creme of Nature side, but they're both relatively messy. They both take a long time to get out. After you wash your hair, the Aztec is better to me than the Creme of Nature, but putting in the Creme of Nature is easier and better than putting in the Aztec clay. So it just depends on what side you want to go for. Do you want to go for easy and quick, or do you want to go for a little longer time but great results? Easy, quick, and efficient, or great results, a little more time and popping curls. So it's really up to you. You saw both of them. You saw what they look like. Let me know what you think about both of these products. Which one do you prefer? Have you tried one and not the other? Does this make you want to try both of them or one over the other? You let me know. And that's all for today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.